C major.
The reason I picked that word hustle, because like a lot of people say if you can make it in New York or LA, you can make it anywhere. But reality is, if you can make it in Memphis, you can make it anywhere. So my journey started when I was working at Federal Express in the hub, which that was just about everybody one of their jobs. And I used to work at the casino in Tunica, driving valet parking cars and getting ate up by the mosquitoes. I did a little bit of it all. I went to mortuary school. So I went to mortuary school. And I was just trying to discover and find myself. And so in the midst of all that, I knew I wanted to do the right thing, which was not go to jail or get in trouble. So that helps me discover and find out who I really was, what I wanted to do in life.
Right. So how did you first get into music? Like how did what's your first memory of it?
My first memory of it is when I went to a Michael Jackson concert at the Mid-South Coliseum. That was a long time ago. And then the Run DMC concert at the Mid-South Coliseum. And so I grew up with 3-6 Mafia DJ Paul. And so Paul would come to Atlanta when I was in mortuary school. And so he used to ask me, to show them around. And so I would just show them around because we were childhood friends. And so we ended up, one day he said, "Why don't you be our manager?" And I was like, "What's that?" He was like, "What you doing?" Just showing people, what we're supposed to do. So once, that's how I kind of was introduced to the music business. The rest was kind of history.
It's amazing. Wow. So this guy was like, you already doing it naturally.
I was
You was already in position.
To just take it to the next level because they didn't have nobody that was playing that role in that position. So, I started networking and we went from Memphis to LA to New York and everywhere in between. And so, I started networking for Peppa. And ended up becoming the vice president of Def Jam South. I helped discover Ludacris. Ended up managing Yo Gotti for 13, 14 years. Gotti was in the hood. I know a lot. God has really blessed me and enlarged my territory. But I feel like where I'm at today and what I'm doing today is just the next chapter and phase of my life. Because it's connected to the music business, but it's more on the corporate side of things now. So like we was talking about money bag, So I do always business deals. So I did Rap Snacks deal with Money Bag. I did just did a liquor deal with Bel Air. Just did
with Rick Ross, right?
Yeah, with Rick Ross. Actually, I did the Rick Ross Rap Snacks deal also for Rick Ross.
So now who's the Rap Snacks? Is P and what?
So it's a guy by the name of James Lindsay. He the CEO of Rap Snacks. I don't know if y'all remember Rap Snacks. Rap Snacks was hot like 20 years ago. They had cash money. They had cash money, But he just really had a distribution deal. So he learned business, and so James brought it back out maybe about 5 or 6 years ago. And so he learned business. So what he did was Master P helped fund it. And so when Master P funded it, it just became more of the organic because everybody knew Master P was known for entrepreneurialism. And so they got so much stuff there about the Rap Snacks. And I asked Rick Ross to be a personal mentor. So like he's teaching me and educating me on what he called mailbox shelf money. And that's like money that you just go to the mailbox you know, it's a chicken to me.
Right.
You know, a lot of people don't understand, man, how smart and wealthy that Rick Ross is. Rick Ross he has 18 companies or endorsement deals.
Wow.
And music business is the last one.
Wow.
He owns maybe 28 or 30 wing stops, 18 or 20 checkers, Bel Air. You know, it's just, you know, it's just mentally I'm teaching myself that, like, you know, things that we chase and what you think you want in life, a lot of times aren't what God's plan is for you.
Right.
And once you accept that, I mean, the sky's the limit. You know, even for me, you know, like I thought that, you know, I had made it when I was managing Yo Gotti and
Right.
we was doing the stuff we was doing, but the people that I deal with on a day-to-day basis now, God just blessed me with running at the arena in Tunica. The sky's the limit what I'm about to do down there.
Right.
And, you know, so I handle all money bag stuff. I have a contract with Memphis Shelby County Crime Commission. I'm a wild neighborhood watch programs in the city of Memphis. Shelby County Schools is one of my biggest clients. I do all their community engagement for them. So if you see on billboards that you got Yo Gotti, Penny Hardaway, and Jerry Long, so that was my campaign product of public schools. Bag is about to go back to school to get his diploma, so he's about to be the face of that. So I got a lot of stuff going on.
Right. Yeah. Good. So music kind of opened those doors for you, right? And you talked about, you know, not chasing the wrong thing. I often tell people, you know, don't chase money, chase the mission.
Exactly.
You know, and then when you find the mission, the money will come.
The money gonna come.
Right. And so speak to that a little bit, because I mean, you know, we've been on each other before the success.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
for me to you, man to man, you know, I always respect you.
I appreciate that.
You know, even when we first bumped heads, you know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know, it was already respect, you know.
Right.
And so it still was there because you always were. You never accepted no.
Right.
And you never let anything stop you from getting to where you want to be. So talk about that, because sometimes people will get to a certain point and they think they made it and they arrive, and then their career will take off, and then they'll fall off. And,
Yeah. So what I did was I learned at an early age. I was taught by a wealthy Jewish guy, you know, to always network for Peppa.
Okay.
You know, and so that stuck in my head.
Right.
Because I used to always do everything for 3-6 Mafia, but they was getting the fame and the recognition, but it really was me in the back doing it.
Right.
So, you know, once I learned that at an early age, you know, I was always the underdog, you know, and people, you know, was, you know, especially in our generation now, where seeing is believing. If you can't see it, you lying. You ain't got nothing. You talk about you ain't got shit. And so, you know, I went through some hard times, trials and tribulations, but I was able to accept that. You know, first going through a divorce, and then, you know, but realizing that God will take you to the lowest point of your life. You know, just to get your attention, but to give you to where I am today, you know, you know, of course I lost my marriage, but I have accepted that's part of my story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I didn't lose my kids, and you know, so once I went through that part of it, and I made it through that, you know, God just started like the day that I accepted it, because I felt like a failure. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you know, who you are, Peppa, Mountain South, blah, 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 but you lose everything.
Yeah.
And so, you know what I'm saying? But the day I accepted it, my whole life changed. And it went from, I'm talking about just, and so, like, I always made a promise to God, and that's why you see me posting posts, is that, you know, like in our generation, course you're a pastor, so you know, it's a given that, you know, your daily life, you're gonna acknowledge God because that's your occupation, that's your life. You know, that's what you're committed to do. But for a person like me, you don't find individuals who, everybody have a relationship with God, but you don't acknowledge God. Or, you know, I believe in God, I pray, but like, no, God, everything of what I'm doing, like what I'm living now is the opportunities, the people that I deal with on a day-to-day basis. I'm not supposed to be dealing with these people. Meaning, you know, the CEO of Bel Air, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just texted me this morning. And I'm talking about my relationship with Rick Ross, and you know, the relationship I had with Bag, for him to trust in whatever I suggest. You know what I'm saying? So I made that promise to God that I would always give him the credit and knowledge. And since I've been doing it, it's like I'm never seem to be amazed at the next opportunity for me. I saw you and your kids, like the Henry Mass. Like, I did that deal with Penny and the University of Memphis with I did this deal right here, you know, because Kenny's, do you know Kenny's own Henry Mass?
Yeah, I know him from Memphis, I don't know him personally.
So he went to White Station with us.
Really?
Yeah, Neil Harris. He was a little
Yeah. So Neil,
So I did that deal with Henry Mass, and so it's just, you know, me sitting down at the table with different individuals. Man, just all you need is one yes, and that's what I tell my board. Like, you can every day. You believe in what you're doing, like you just said. You believe in the passion. One of my mottos is, if you love what you do, you will never have to work a day in your life. You get paid for it. And you know what I'm saying? Like, every day, I'm just on this phone, running my mouth. I'm talking about the money comes. It's not about money, because I'm wealthy and rich in my mind and in my heart. You know, if I have sat at the table with a bunch of wealthy, rich individuals, but I always have taught myself that I'm at this meeting, they're listening to me. So if you at the table, it means that you got something that they don't need. You belong there. So, you know, you could just chase and all you need is that one yes. When you get that one yes, your whole life can change. And every day I wake up, you know, I'm trying to do something different. I'm looking, searching for that one yes. And God keep giving it to me. You know, so I don't take it personal when somebody tell me no. Now, I have accepted that if a door is supposed to be open, it's going to open. If that door is closed, it's going to stay closed. God gonna give you what he wants you to have when he wants you to have it. No man or woman, nobody can stop your purpose or passion in life. And I live it every day now. Like, I'm talking about, like, man, God has been good to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm thankful that I'm able to see and reap the rewards and the benefits of just believing. You know, that's how I raise my kids to believe. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna go through trials and tribulations, and you know, it's funny that I started off in the music business, but now people look at me for so much more. But it took me to go through and build a resume of managing 3-6 Mafia, managing Yo Gotti, you know what I'm saying, Moneybag Yo business partner, vice president of Def Jam South, you know, the youngest black person that Mayor Harrison ever put on the Memphis and Shelby County Music Commission. But it's so much more to it. I just use that as to get the kids and the youth attention. You know, because I know that this was cool and hip. That okay, Peppa deal with Moneybag every day. But at the same time, I got a whole other message I'm hitting your head with. But I know how to relate and get to you on your level. And that's just where I am today.
Amazing story, man. You said a lot of stuff. Like, I don't know a lot about you. I've heard of you. I don't know a whole lot about you, but you pretty much gave me a whole rundown.
And that's the short part.
Yeah, I know it's a whole lot more to it. It sounds like I almost had a movie feel to it. Like,
Yeah, that's part of one of my things to do is eventually try to write a book.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, or just some sort of memoir. You know, it's because what I try to use my story to be is that I'm not perfect at all. Like, you know, I had a lot of lonely, sorry nights. But I wouldn't change none of that to be where I am today. Because all of that is who made me who I am today. It's part of the process. You know, a lot of people are afraid to acknowledge the bad and what it really took to get there. But my purpose is, I'm gonna tell you, man, it ain't peaches and cream. You know what I'm saying? A lot of disappointments, a lot of setbacks, a lot of losses, a lot of failures. But I'm here today. You know what I'm saying? This day and age, we are all truly blessed to be where we are at this day and age in life.
Definitely. Yeah, you like I say, you said a lot, and it's good for you to share that with people, especially like you said, you speak with the youth. A lot of them, you know, like you say, you connected with a lot of people in the industry in different places. When you use those names, like you said, it draws their attention. I work with the youth myself, so I know when you have those connections and something that relates to them, then you can deliver what you can deliver.
And it's vice versa. The celebrities, they want to help, you know, but you know, because all of them really got the same story. You know, majority of them do, but it's that they're comfortable enough now that if I call, I'm talking about like if I call and say, Bag, I need you to do this, or Gotti, I need you to do this, or Zach Randolph, I need you to do this. Okay, or Penny, I need you to do this. Like, you know, my relationship with Penny is, you know, it's an open door. Like, there's never time. It's a million people that are trying to do business with him, have conversations with him. But if I call him and say, I need this, or can you do this for me? Yes. I mean, you know, and so I have learned how to value those relationships, don't abuse them, and make them beneficial. You know, just don't take advantage of them. On both ends. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Million people. Man, I know you can call Penny, man. They no, man. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Man, he give my baby a video drop. No. You know what I'm saying? You know, but you know,
but they don't understand.
They don't understand in the relationship.
It's got to be beneficial.
It got to be beneficial. You can't abuse it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's one thing that I have learned not to do is like to abuse. You know, I'm more humble now than I was back then. And I mean, you know, like I said, it's part of the process now. But I try to stay connected, like, you know, when you reached out to me, you know what I'm saying? I always said that I would never be too big or think that I'm too good to sit down and talk to people because it's part of my story. You know, God gave this platform, so you got to use it. You know, because we know that, you know what I'm saying, somebody gonna see this and they need to hear this.
Definitely.
You know, and like you just said, they want to look at me and say, oh man, I just really, you always talking about God. Like, I'm not a saint. You know what I'm saying? But I'm giving God the glory. You know what I'm saying? It just had to go.
You grew up in the South, right?
South Memphis, actually right down the street.
You grew up on the Bay, right? My grandma stayed on the Bay.
Okay. No, you know that.
My mom knows your folks.
So, cause you know, Reggie Andrew, Dr. Andrew, he grew up really right next door.
My cousin.
Okay. That's right.
Yeah, so all that is connected. And so from coming from the South and being around the world, what do you think, you know, allowed you, like you say you weren't humble now, but, you know, I never took it that you weren't humble. I would just took this pebble, but that's what makes you successful, you know what I'm saying? After the South, you know, connections. So what do you think, you know, I know you said hustle earlier, but what do you think allowed you to be able to go around the world where people would trust you, like you said, the Def Jam South, Ludacris, you know,
just believing all I always had confidence and believed in myself. And a lot of people, like I told you, a lot of people don't. They just don't. They lack that confidence. Like you can want it, and you know your desire is to have it, but I just have, over the years, it's a difference from being arrogant and cocky and having confidence.
That's a difference.
You know what I'm saying? But I have learned to, like I just said, when you at a meeting with somebody, like, man, I have been in a room with the wealthiest of the wealthy. And I'm talking about, but when I'm coming up in there, man, I'm up in here, y'all up in here, man, I'm somebody too. You know what I'm saying? Like, clearly, I knew what it took to get in this pod. And you know what I'm saying? Not only that, I respect the average man that's in there, whether you the waiter or the waitress or the janitor. 9 times out of 10 with me, I'm gonna have a conversation and go and try to make you laugh. Because those are the individuals in life, especially you have to work to provide, but those type of environments kills your confidence. Because you're like, man, these people same age as me, man, and they walk around with their heads down and I'm, man, what's up? And build it, get a smile out of you, man. We don't think we better than you, you know what I'm saying? And, with that being said, so to answer your question, I think it's more so my confidence that I've always had. Just being thankful and taking advantage of the opportunity. Like if it's something that I'm trying to do, and I'm gonna seize that moment. All you do is tell me no. But if I don't try, I never can get that yes. And 9 times out of 10, I probably end up with the yes. All I need is the phone number.
Well, listening to you, people go back and listen to this recording, they would think that you always got the yes. So is there a time when you get the no? So would you, elaborate on that for us a little bit about?
Talking about when I got the no.
When you get the no, how do you process? Is it like does it shut you down for a minute? Is it a setback?
It's you gotta understand that dealing on. Well, one, you gotta know what you're dealing with and who you're dealing with. So the person, if you asking them for something, 9 times out of 10, a million other people asking them for off top. So your job is to figure out how do you seal the deal? What's gonna make me different to get your attention? And even if you tell me no, I'm gonna be right back at you. Right back at you.
There you go.
Just you gotta stay consistent and persistent. Then eventually, man, what you want?
There you go.
And a lot of people give up. They don't keep chasing. Because I know what I'm saying is something you need. I ain't begging you for nothing. But a lot of people just, I don't have time to give them my, all right, I'm gonna be right back at you. And eventually like, man, what do you want? Like what? Man, that's all I need. Let me tell you.
Now I got your attention.
So yeah, man, it's always been a lot of no's, man. I've been disappointed. Felt like a failure. But where I'm at in life now, like, man, I'm living my best life, man. God good. I'm talking about like, man, I pray for days like this, man. I tell my mama, man, ain't nothing like just, man, you just have chicks and people just calling and people just want to be business with you. And it's just,
now people seeking you. They seeking you instead of you seeking them. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so the tables turn for you.
That's a good feeling.
Yeah, so that shows your hard work paid off.
Your hard work and your growth, you know.
Yeah, it paid off for you. That's a good thing, man. And that's what I try. A lot of messages I try to give to when I speak to the youth, speak to kids. I work with the Boys and Girls Club.
Okay.
So I'm around. We over in Craigmont now, and I speak to a lot of the teenagers on a day-to-day basis. I'm around, have a relationship with quite a few of them, and just try to, always talking to them about what you're gonna do, what
plan?
What's the plan? You know, and a lot of them don't have
They
a
don't
plan.
have it.
You know, a lot of them, they don't have the guidance to help them to make that decision on what
Just
to do.
somebody just giving them some
You know,
words of insight,
yeah,
something
I
positive.
had a young man, he was National Honor Society and had, I think his GPA like a 3.8, 3.9, but he hadn't even applied for scholarship for college yet. He was senior high school.
He just didn't know.
He didn't know. He didn't have anybody in his corner showing him what to do.
Right.
You know, I asked him, okay, what you want to get into?
Yeah.
He told me what he wanted to get into. I said, okay, well, we're gonna do this. You're gonna go Google the top 5 universities that offer that program.
Right.
That's what we do. That's a starting point for it right there.
Right.
So sometimes they just need a starting
They
point.
just need to start pointing to somebody, like you just said, somebody to talk to, or and a lot of times they feel like somebody don't care. Not saying we do, they just don't. It's just we had that big void and that disconnect in the community. But I discovered, you know, how to utilize my resources, not to take advantage of, and you know, like I said, you know, like even with you, you know what I'm saying. I do be a little busy, but I love doing this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying. I love being able to give my testimony.
Right.
And my testimony, you know, is you know, it's fun, man. You can wake up and do what you want to do every day. It ain't about spending $1 million, but it's just the power.
Right.
You know, talk to people.
Right.
You can holler at them or hang up the phone in their face. They ain't, you know, you know, they'll call back.
Right.
And if they don't call back, it wasn't meant to be.
Right.
You know, and so, you know, man, I'm here to support whatever y'all need. You know, I applaud you for your ministry and things that you're doing. Like you just said, you know, I have paid attention to you from afar. You know what I'm saying? And it felt good for me to just come in here and just sit down and, you know, because like I told you, you need to film this and let people see how you raising your kids and your wife and supporting you. You know what I'm saying? Because people just don't see it. And this stuff is like, you know, just as much as I was sitting there waiting, I'm like, man, like, you know, David really got his, you know, family putting this thing together. You just sitting here. You know what I'm saying? So clearly, he gonna, I'm sure he gonna pay for tonight or something. He just sitting there being a baller, like, you know what I'm saying? He just sitting here, patting his feet. And he said nothing to me. Like, just hold on. This life gonna come on, and we're gonna get this thing rolling in a few minutes. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I told you, I applaud you, man, you know, because, you know, where we are in Memphis, we are behind, but we're getting there. Meaning, this is something that's going on in Atlanta, and Charlotte, and Houston, and Dallas. And, you know, we supposed to network and help each other, support each other. That's the only way. You know what I'm saying? If, you know, when you get it, if my followers and my fan base can help you and connect you to more people, it don't cost nothing to do this. That's what we're supposed to do. You feel what I'm saying? Don't never think you too good, because God tap your eye now. You know what I'm saying? He'll come and show you that eye. Don't never forget. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things that I'm never too good to help people. My partner just called me VOR. I don't know if y'all heard of it.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
So he saw me post my son at the camp. He was like, man, Peppa, man, can you give me to get some free water? I said, yeah. So, you know, so I text Penny, was like, I got somebody that want to donate water. All the cases of water y'all want, he just want to donate, give them to the kids. Penny was like, bring it on. But he could have never done that. And that don't cost nothing.
Nothing at all.
Nothing, man. It don't cost man nothing. It don't cost me nothing. I know the kids playing basketball, they're gonna be thirsty.
There you go.
It goes for free water.